Right now, Bratfest is here. Our Braden Ross brings us tips on how to make the best brat around. Also, a church fire started by lightning. Find out what witnesses saw. And we're following Google's response to a rough launch to their new AI search tool. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Well, it's been a pretty active week of weather throughout southern Wisconsin. To see if that'll continue, let's get a look at your first one forecast with meteorologist Buddy Reeves. Buddy?
Yeah, thanks so much, Jalen. Yeah, today was actually a very calm day. Picture perfect, actually, if you were out and about going to Bratfest or enjoying the Memorial Day weekend. That is because we had plenty of sunshine, which allowed temperatures to warm up into the 70s. Take a look at Weather Track right now, and you can see there's not a lot going on across most of southern Wisconsin. And in fact, this Capitol Skycam right now is showing beautiful weather outside. 74 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, just some passing clouds to our north. Winds are actually calm and our humidity is at 41%. So again, it's perfect outside right now. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 70s across most of Dane County and across most of southern Wisconsin. If you're planning your evening tonight, going to Bratfest to see some of the festivities tonight, look for temperatures to get down into the lower 60s tonight with increasing clouds, and we are tracking an alert day for your Sunday for rain and possibly thunderstorms. We'll have more on that coming up in Maine weather.
All right, buddy, we'll see you then. As for the weather we have seen throughout the week, a fire at a Madison church Friday may have been caused by a lightning strike. Video here shows smoke coming from the steeple of Holy Redeemer Catholic Church in downtown Madison. A Madison Fire Department spokesperson says multiple witnesses report seeing a lightning strike in the area just before the fire started. The church administrator tells us he's thankful it didn't spread to the rest of the building.
It's a huge relief that it was all isolated to the tower, and then that crews came out here so quickly. So that's
No injuries were reported. However, the steeple did suffer significant water damage. Madison Fire is asking for the public's help and looking for photos or videos shortly before the fire to confirm if it was indeed lightning which caused it. A rain-soaked day Friday causing Bratfest to send people home. The annual event is back this Memorial Day weekend on Willow Island at the Alliant Energy Center. In spite of the storms, the organizing group sold about 35,000 brats yesterday, raising money for over 100 local nonprofits. The free event was luckily back on today. And as we just mentioned, this weekend is the world's largest Bratfest here in Madison. And despite getting off to a stormy start Friday, the grills are back up and running at full speed today. Our Braden Ross spoke to the man in charge of making sure every Bratfest comes out perfectly to get you out some of those grilling secrets. Take a look.
I asked these grill masters what it takes to get the perfect Bratfest brat at home. They told me it's all in the wrist.
Hot brats coming through.
Meet Grill Commander Kevin Metcalf.
I run anything that's getting cooked, goes into the tent and out into the customer's hands.
By now, running the grills at Bratfest is basically second nature to him.
I've been doing it for 41 years. It's been a family tradition for us.
Over the years, what started as a small Metcalf's customer appreciation event has become a staple Madison event, drawing in thousands of brat lovers and raising more than $2.4 million for local charities.
We're about 150,000 brats right now. We've got 24 grills going. We can do about 4,500 an hour. So we're cranking out the brats.
That's about 75 BPM. That's brats per minute, of course. And if you've been lucky enough to enjoy one of them, you know Kevin knows his stuff. So I asked him, what's the secret? Step one, get your meat.
They are pre-cooked, coarse ground brats called the ultimate brat. And if that's not your thing, you can always take the John Seville raw product and boil them in maybe your favorite beer with some onions, and that comes back out to be more or less a pre-cooked brat.
Then it's time to hit the grill.
First thing you got to do is kind of understand your grill. You're going to have different hot spots on any grill that you have. We do about 15 minutes of cooking on all the grills, so we always joke around and say it's all in the wrist, the amount of turns, so the more you can turn it, the better well-rounded it's going to be. Our personal opinion is we love to have just a little bit of the char marks on them, and that's almost like a little crisp pop when you put it in the bun and take your first bite. And to me, that's the perfect brat.
As for the condiments, that's up to you. At Bratfest, you've got your pick. So if you're looking to bust out the grill and make Bratfest quality sausages all summer, remember Kevin's tips. Know your grill, keep it moving, and the most important tip of all,
we just say it's all in the wrist.
And if you just want a brat made by the professionals, you can always get one here at Bratfest from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday. For now, reporting live on Willow Island, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. The Dane County Sheriff's Office looked for a 39-year-old Madison man who was declared AWOL as of Saturday morning. Kevin J. Yeager was last seen in the Portage area. Officials say Yeager is to serve his sentence for retail theft and resisting arrest, and a warrant has been issued for his arrest. Anyone with information on his whereabouts should call the number on your screen. That is to the Dane County Communications Center at 608-255-2345. Google is walking back some factually incorrect search results just days after launching its new artificial intelligence search tool. The tool summarizes search results so users get quicker answers to their questions. But this week, the feature came under fire after it gave out false or misleading information to some questions. For example, several users posted on social media that Google's AI summary said that former President Obama is a Muslim, a common misconception. Google says the AI overviews for both queries have been removed for violating the company's policies. A spokesperson says the vast majority of AI overviews provide high-quality information. Capital One and Walmart are calling it quits. Both companies have announced their deal that made Capital One the exclusive issuer of all Walmart consumer credit cards has ended. The partnership started back in 2019. Despite the divorce, nothing changes for customers who can still use those cards to redeem and earn rewards. And the rewards that were already occurred are still valid. Capital One is retaining ownership of the accounts. Walmart will give more information to cardholders over the next few months. Coming up next on News 3 Now at 6, see what travel records were broken as Memorial Day weekend gets underway, and how a Chicago police program is using camping to keep youth away from trouble. Those stories after the break.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
It's replacement window season. Do you have ugly, hard-to-open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy two, you get two free. Buy two Champion windows, get two free? I guess that means if you buy four, you get four free. Buy six, get six free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy Two, Get Two free sale is for a limited time.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 Best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
The TSA set a new record for the most travelers screened in a single day. According to a social media post, the agency screened over 2.9 million people at checkpoints nationwide. That surpassed its previous record from November 26th of last year, which was over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. The agency also noted that 5 of the top 10 busiest travel days in its history have occurred this year. The prevalence of gun violence during Memorial Day weekend in Chicago is a concern every year. But a Chicago police program is actively working to change that. From city life to the great outdoors, police officers are taking teens camping. Jermont Terry has the story.
City life is busy, and noisy.
Anywhere in the city, you'll always hear sirens.
And that's why Micah Malarski and more than a dozen youngsters are changing scenery this weekend.
I'm kind of nervous. I've never been, like, very far from the city.
Watermelon. Snacks and supplies get loaded into a 15-passenger van. Officer Will Martinez with CPD's 15th District prepares to drive 2 hours west.
We're loading up for the camping trip.
Camping with a cop for a clear purpose.
All the youth that you see around you, they're actually involved in different programs at the 15th District.
Bye. Enjoy the trip.
Take Joshua Torres, who lives in the Austin community.
I see a lot of things, you know, it's dangerous. A lot of shootings, a lot of drive-bys. I try my best to stay safe and be in the house so nothing bad can happen to me.
Joshua started hanging at the 15th District Police Station when he was 7. That's him in the uniform with the Officer Explorer program.
Smile, all right?
10 years later, he's voluntarily choosing to hang out with the officers for this Memorial Day outing. What is it like when you're camping out there away from the city?
You know, it's more safer. I feel like there's not a lot of, you know, I'm not in danger where something bad's gonna happen to me if I step out.
The Memorial Day weekend unofficially kicks off summer. Yet in Chicago, it's also proven to be deadly and violent. It's what prompted the 15th District to start the camp outing 4 years ago.
As long as they put in the work in building up their community, I wanted to give them a safe place. So we take them from here, uproot them, give them a safe place. It's a gated camping ground. They can roam around. It's more fun for them.
Allowing them to escape the violence and build bonds.
I don't see him as a cop. I see him more like a father figure.
We're part of the community and we just want to build together. We're building bridges all together.
One camping trip at a time.
Coming up next on News 3 Now at 6, how a groundbreaking agreement might change college sports forever. What this could mean for the potential earnings of college athletes. And meteorologist Buddy Reeves is back with a full check of your first warn forecast when we return.
Attention homeowners, Mad City Kitchen started with 50, then 30. Now we've reached the final days, looking for 20 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. We want to evaluate our exciting new cabinet refacing product lines in real kitchens, including new styles and colors, plus soft close doors and drawers. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted cabinet refacing specialist with installations in as little as 2 days. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and custom bathing solutions. And now, final days for 20 homeowners to call and receive free installation on a cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2026. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
How much was I paying a month for insulin?
$185.
$300.
$400. I never expected anyone to do something about it.
But then Tammy Baldwin did.
She stood up to the drug companies and wrote a law capping the cost of insulin.
Thanks to Tammy, now it just costs $35 a month.
She made a huge difference for so many of us.
She lifted a weight off all our shoulders.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
It's been a beautiful day so far. For how long that'll stick around, let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Buddy Reeves. Buddy?
Yeah, thanks so much, Jalen. We had a picture-perfect day here across southern Wisconsin. Yesterday, we had those 3 rounds of thunderstorms that came through that dropped a couple of inches of rain across most of southern Wisconsin. But today, much better day. And I wish I had better news for you folks at home for tomorrow, but unfortunately I don't, because we do have alert day conditions in the forecast for your Sunday. This is for 2 rounds of rainfall. One will be early in the morning and then one possibly in the afternoon. We'll go over that in just 1 second. After that, we will have a few showers on your Memorial Day, but the entire day of Memorial Day will not be wet, unlike tomorrow, which could be rainy for most of the day. And then we turn a little bit cooler and breezy as we head on into your Tuesday. So let's take a look at the rest of your evening tonight. If you're heading out to Broadfest or maybe heading out to enjoy this beautiful day today, it will continue into your evening around 7:30 tonight. Temperatures are still in the middle 70s. We will see increasing clouds as we head on into your overnight hours and into your Sunday morning. And I stopped it at Sunday at 5 a.m. because if you notice over here near Prairie du Chien, Decorah, and Dubuque, there is a complex of storms here that is prompting our alert day in the forecast, and this is for heavy rains and gusty winds, and this is for all of southern Wisconsin, and this is for Sunday. So again, I was talking about earlier where we have 2 rounds possibly for this weather, and here's that complex starting out at around 5:30 in the morning, moving through portions of southwestern Wisconsin at around 8 a.m. in the morning. That's pretty much over the Dane County region and Greene and Rock counties. That is going to continue as we head on into your lunch hour. We might have cloudy skies, and that might give us a break. And then in the afternoon, as we move on into your Sunday evening, you do see this line of thunderstorms here that this model is picking up. This could be some strong to possibly isolated severe thunderstorms. So we are going to continue to watch that here in the First Warn Weather Center and let you know the latest on that. But by Sunday evening, that is out of here, and then we are left with just cloudy skies. Just some lightning safety tips, because so many outdoor events is going on right now. When thunder roars, go indoors. So if you're out at Broadfest or you're out enjoying, again, your Memorial Day activities, you want to wait at least 30 minutes until after the last thunder before going back outside, because anytime you hear thunder, lightning is nearby, and outdoors, avoid any tall objects if at all possible, so someone is not struck by lightning. Outside of that 7-day rain chance on your Sunday is pretty much of a washout. After that, we do have a chance of a stray shower Sunday night into your Monday. After that, we do turn pretty much dry, and then we get back into some storm chances Friday night and into your Saturday. But taking a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, again, we have that alert day on your Sunday with some showers and thunderstorms. After that, on your Memorial Day, just a chance of rain. But look at after that, we get a little bit cooler as we head on into your Tuesday and your Wednesday. And then we start warming back up Thursday, Friday, and then we start seeing those shower chances creep back in on your Saturday and Sunday. But after this alert day, it looks pretty good, and I know some people are probably tired of hearing about alert days
now that looks,
so much.
That looks lovely, that 3-day stretch we have right there. High 60s, lower 70s. After the year that we've had so far, and then this past week, all the active weather, it would be nice to just get a stretch of some nice days.
Yeah, and to get a break.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
A groundbreaking agreement could change college sports forever, and it could mean student athletes will begin making some serious money. Polo Sandoval breaks down the deal and what it means for colleges and universities.
It's a groundbreaking agreement promising to reshape the fan-packed world of college athletics. If approved by a judge, the settlement announced by the governing body of college sports paves the way for universities to pay student athletes in 5 power conferences.
This is the most significant day in the history of the NCAA, because the sham that the NCAA has always been is over. They have always fought on every mountain to defend the right that this is really amateur athletics, when we've all known that has not been the case for a long time.
NCAA President Charlie Baker saying in a statement Friday, the NCAA, in coordination with Division I conferences, promises to pay roughly $2.7 billion in damages over 10 years. The money for thousands of student athletes previously prohibited from accepting endorsements. The deal also creates a revenue sharing system, allowing schools to pay up to around $20 million a year to Division I athletes in conferences like the Big Ten and the SEC going back to 2016. The system could start by fall 2025.
This is a life-transforming opportunity for these student athletes to share in the revenues they've been generating.
Jeffrey Kessler was lead attorney in the antitrust case against the NCAA that helped reach the unprecedented agreement.
These athletes work 45 hours a week before they go to a single class. They are asked to dedicate themselves to make these teams great and to bring in all these money to these schools. So it is their time.
Former college football player and NFL wide receiver Dante Stallworth telling CNN this is long overdue.
You could have learned a lot of financial stability, have a lot of financial resources from that aspect. And a lot of guys don't make it to the NFL like I was fortunate enough to do.
Eligible students stand to get a piece of a very lucrative pie. NCAA sports generated roughly $1.3 billion in revenue last fiscal year alone. There is skepticism about the deal, though.
75% of the NBA players and NFL players that have retired after 5 years, they go broke, okay? That's NBA and NFL players. What kind of financial literacy is part of the life of an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kid? To what extent might they be taken advantage of with regard to the agents? To what extent the academics really matter with regard to all this? And those are significant questions that are not being addressed.
And there are other unanswered questions about a possible framework. Just how exactly will it work? What athletes and sports will profit over others? And how will schools adhere to strict Title IX laws, which aim to prohibit sexual discrimination?
Now, this has been years in the making. Just 3 years ago, student athletes were finally legally allowed to make profits on their name, image, and likeness. Still ahead, Whitewater baseball trying to punch their ticket to the College World Series. That's next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dreading a lengthy, expensive kitchen remodel? With Mad City Kitchens, you can have your dream kitchen in as little as 2 days with our custom cabinet refacing. Choose your cabinet colors, plus add a kitchen island, new countertops, pull-out shelves, lazy Susans, even a new kitchen sink. Plus, with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, receive a free design consultation and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. And now we're looking for 20 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. Final days to receive special savings with free installation, no interest and no payments till 2026, senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate from Mad City Kitchens. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Chevy gets it. I want it, and I can afford it can be one and the same. With Chevy Trax, a car and driver 10 best. The rugged Chevy Trailblazer. And Chevy Colorado, Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Chevy, all you want is all within reach. Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse Limited models. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
When severe storms threatened our area Tuesday,
winds between 55 to 65 miles per hour,
we brought you wall-to-wall team coverage with the information you needed to be prepared and stay safe.
Get to the lowest, most interior portion of your home.
News 3 Now, First Warn Weather.
Whitewater Baseball has reached the national tournament in 5 of their last 6 seasons. But in each of those trips to the tourney, they failed to reach the College World Series. With a win today in their do-or-die Super Regional Final, they'll punch their ticket back. 3rd inning with Eli Frank at the dish. And oh my, one look at that guy and you know that he is there to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to hit bombs. The 2-run tater for Frank puts the Warhawks up 2-zip. It's the junior's 12th homer of the year, and it was more of the same in the 4th inning. The Warhawks split the first 2 games of this series with lacrosse, but left no doubt in Game 3. Brennan Frazier rips one through the infield, and the Hawks flew from there. Finally breaking through, they are headed back to the College World Series with an 8-2 win. Well, joining Whitewater in the D3 College World Series, this is cool, will be Birmingham Southern. Their story, it's just a little bit different than Whitewater's. After 150 years as an institution, Birmingham Southern is permanently closing its doors on May 31st. That means that when the Panthers play in the College World Series next week, they will be playing for a school that literally does not exist. Well, staying on the College World Series train, Madison College will play their first game of what is their 6th consecutive Junior College World Series tonight. That 6th straight streak, well, it ties their own record for the most consecutive appearances by a team. They'll be looking for their first national title, though, in 25 years. Brewers back in Beantown looking for another win over the Bo Sox. Had already scored 3 in the 3rd, but they weren't done just yet. Joey Ortiz rips one off the Green Monster. It would score 2 and cap off a 5-run 3rd inning for the Crew. And then in the 8th, Milwaukee leading 5-2. Bryce Durang at the dish, and he sails one for the seats. A solo shot. You can see it later. His first career hit at Fenway is his 3rd big bopper of the year. It would seal the deal. Brewers win it. 7-2 is the final. This month is like Steve Stricker's Super Bowl. He's in the midst of a stretch where just about every weekend he's either playing at a senior major or it's the AmFam Championship. This week it's the Senior PGA Championship, and Stricker just keeps playing better and better. From the tee box on 13, a par 3, and he plays this thing down to the inch. Check this one out, accounting for every last blade of grass right by the cup, and he'd tap it in for birdie. Then on 15, a par 5 here. Check out this approach shot. I mean, could you place it any better if you wanted to? I don't think you could. He had 3 birds on the day and an eagle, but he would finish finding himself tied for 6th in the event. Jerry Kelly had a day 2. He's tied for 12th. And that would be the wrap on that golf. And on the PGA Tour side, this is downright tragic. Grayson Murray announced, or his family announced today, that he passed early this morning. It comes one day after the world's 58th ranked golfer withdrew from this weekend's Charles Schwab Challenge with an illness. The tour released a statement saying there are no immediate details available, just shock and grief. And over to Cameron Huss. Check this out, the NCAA Golf Championship. He's competing in it, and in the 2nd round, he finishes tied for 13th place. Came out firing today with a couple of early birdies, but struggled on the back 9 with a pair of bogeys and double bogeys. He's tied for 68th at 5 over heading into the weekend. Can't stop thinking about how cool that is for Birmingham Southern, that school. Oh, yeah. People talk all the time about playing for the name on the front of your jersey, but I think this is the one time it's hard to play for the name on the back.
For sure, and whether it's baseball or golf, it's been a beautiful day to go outside and do anything. Yeah. What should they expect at home?
Yeah, tonight, look for increasing clouds overnight tonight with temperatures falling into the middle 60s, and then we are watching alert day conditions on your Sunday for chances of showers and thunderstorms, and then warming up as we head on into the beginning of next week.
All right, well, sounds good. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock. Let's make it a great evening.